When I was about 5 years old, I had a life-changing conversation. Now, I should probably tell you that my nickname when I was a kid was Chatterbox. And if you ask my friends today, they'll probably tell you that not too much has changed. So as you can imagine, I had lots of conversations. But this one conversation I had forever changed my life. My family was walking through Balboa Park in San Diego, California, and I saw a man sleeping on a bench. His clothes were dirty and tattered, and even though it was warm, he was wearing many layers of clothing. Against a backdrop of tourists wearing brightly colored clothes and flip-flops, this sleeping man didn't make sense to me. So I turned and asked, "Papa, why doesn't that man go home and go to sleep?" He told me that the man was sleeping there because he was homeless. Now, homeless didn't quite compute to me. Sure, I'd heard things about the homeless, things I'd picked up from adult conversations, the way that kids do. Things like they were lazy, they're drunks, why don't they just get a job? But I didn't really have a grasp on the concept of homelessness. Seeing the puzzled look on my face, my papa went on to explain. He told me that not everyone had a home or a bed to sleep in. And even though we had a house and we never had to worry about food or clothes, he wanted me to understand that everyone was one step away from being where that man was. Whether it was a lost job, a bad investment, or even medical bills, everyone was one step away from being in that man's shoes. That's why it was important to help others. And I grew up understanding that helping other people was what you did. Sometimes circumstances can lead us to believe that we have nothing left to give. In 1998, when I was 16 years old, I came to the Washington Corrections Center for Women. I didn't come on a tour with my senior class that I had so proudly started school with just 8 months before. I came as an inmate, beginning a 40-year prison sentence. I had been cast off from society. All but one or two of my family members had completely disowned me. And I knew that I had nothing left to contribute to the world, and I never would again. The first few years I was here, I acted out, got in trouble, just didn't really care. But eventually I got tired of that, and I stayed out of trouble long enough to be assigned a job as a teacher's aide for a GED class. I should tell you, GED classes in prison are like schools pretty much everywhere. Some people are there because they want to learn, and some people are there because they have to be. But over time, I realized that helping someone get to that aha moment, for them to realize that they can add, subtract, multiply, and divide fractions, it made me think that maybe, just maybe, I did have something left to give. After being a teacher's aide for a couple of years, someone asked me if I'd ever thought about working at the Braille Program here. I didn't even know it existed, much less what it was, but she told me they were hiring, so I put in an application, I had an interview, and I got the job. Why not? And for a while, I went to work every day, and I did my job, and I left, and that was it. And then it clicked. Every day that I went to work, I was helping someone have access to materials that they might not have otherwise had access to. I understand that I'm fortunate to have a job where every day I can feel like I'm giving back. And not every job is like that. But I'm also involved in other things outside of my job. One of those things is I'm a member of the Sisters of Charity program here at WCCW. And I spend my Sunday afternoons making charity quilts, even when the Seahawks games are on. And I spend my Monday evenings machine knitting hats that go to the local homeless, local women and children's shelters, and have even gone to Thailand and remote mountain villages in Myanmar. I'm not going to lie and say that I'm always excited to go spend my Monday evening in the craft room after I've already had a long day of school and work. But I know that if I do go and I can make 5 hats, then if I don't go, that means there's 5 cold heads out there somewhere, right? Most holidays, you can find a group of us in the craft room facilitating and participating in charity workshops, making use of our extra days off of work. Please keep in mind, I'm only one of many participants in the Sisters of Charity program, but last year alone, we collectively donated over 2,700 various items, such as quilts, hats, and scarves, to various organizations. I can't even begin to tell you the impact that giving has had on my life while I've been in prison. Not only has giving helped me regain and stay connected to my sense of self, but giving has also helped me stay connected to the community outside of prison. Giving has helped me hold on to the good parts of who I was while I was transforming the parts of me that needed work. So think about this. If I'm in prison and I can touch a life and lend a hand to someone who might be halfway around the world, just imagine what you can do. What I want you to take away with you today is this. Everyone, and I mean everyone, has a unique set of talents, traits, and experiences. And everyone has something to give. That everyone includes you. Thank you.